So welcome everybody. Thank you guys for joining us today. I'm excited to share. I honestly love doing the lives. You wouldn't know it because I don't really care to be on video, but I think it's important to come across as a professional and to show the consumers, what we have to offer as agents, and what we're seeing in the field. So I think it's important, and especially right now, everybody I think people are starting to go back to work and, do a little bit more than what they have been. But I think a lot of people got even more addicted to their phones than if they were before. So, everybody's online and live video. I don't know what it is about live, but people like live. Just like if you notice when they did reality TV, people love reality because it's actually happening. So I just think that live is just, it's definitely something you should, try to do as often as you can, because I just think that it just you have more more people looking. So I'm gonna start off and share my screen here with you guys. So, here we go. I'm gonna go here. Hold on a second. Trying to find it and where it went. Can you guys see my screen or no?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Here we go. Now you can see it?
Yes.
Let me bring this down here. Okay. So basically, like I mentioned, we're going to be talking about how to create live virtual tours via Facebook and Instagram. And I'm going to kind of compare them for you guys. So that way you guys can see what's the difference and maybe even figure out what works best, for you. So the first one we're going to talk about is the Facebook Live option. So I don't know if any of you have used Facebook Live, and there is difference. So you have two options when you're using Facebook Live. Option one would be to do the virtual tour in person. Now, if you're doing the virtual tour in person, obviously you're going to do it from your phone or from an iPad, but for most likely, most people are going to do it on their phone. So if you're going to do it from your phone, then you have to obviously prepare for it. So you're going to do the same things as you would like an open house. You want to treat it like a true open house. And with that said, what I mean by that is you want to, prepare it by creating an event in Facebook, sharing it, maybe creating a flyer, sharing it on your Facebook and into any groups. As much as possible, you want to share it. So, even in your story, even with fellow agents. So again, you want to promote it in advance, just like you would a regular open house. And you also want to continue to promote it just as you would, a regular open house. And the key is when you do the Facebook live at the property, I actually took a poll and most people like the lives at the property. So if it is at all possible, I would definitely do the lives from the properties if you could, because I think most people like that. But I'll be honest with you, I've taken a look probably at 3 or 4 different agents from different areas in Southern California. And I've noticed that everybody does them differently, that not everybody, I don't think that they prepare, and you can tell. They're just kind of walking through it and they're going really fast. The camera's going really fast. What you have to remember is that the live streaming is a little bit what you're doing is ahead of what actually they're seeing. So you're gonna have to, go a little bit slower, take your time, and you're gonna want to repeat yourself a few times because you have to remember people are coming on and off at different times. So you may already said when you started, this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and then you're walking through, continue to repeat yourself of, what the home's features are. So you want to definitely pick 3 to 5 key areas in the home. Obviously, walk the home before you do anything. See what it is you're going to highlight. And there's nothing wrong with having, a piece of paper in front of you and it's your little notes. So that way, what it is that you want to highlight and what you're going to say. And always start at the home's front door or in the like in the front yard, because you want to make it feel like a real open house. Obviously, when they drive up, they're looking at the yard, they're looking at their neighbors. So even if you started in the front, you can, put your camera around so that way they can see what the neighborhood looks like. Take a walk with them up the driveway, showing them the front porch area, and then again, walking in and then highlighting the property. And like I said, walking through, twice is fine. Maybe walk through it forward and then walk through it again, going the opposite direction. And that way they can see it from different views and then also hear the key points of the house again as well. So those are some of the best ways to do it. And also you want people to ask questions, you want them to engage with you while you're doing your live. So this is, like I said, one of the better options. And I didn't have a clue how to do this at all. And I just kind of figured it out one day. I'm like, you know what, let me just try. You won't know unless you try. And that's basically what I did. I just said, you know what, I'm just going to go for it and just go through it. And I had a lot of feedback. I don't even remember how many, but there was a lot of people who messaged me about it. That's when I knew that this was something that was definitely important to do and that people were going to definitely be paying attention in the future. So it was important for us to keep doing this. So I want to share with you just really quick. And you know what? There's nothing wrong. Be yourself. Obviously be professional, but it's okay to add, some humor into it. And I know a lot of people don't want to be on video, and basically you don't really have to be when you're doing this, because you can maybe introduce yourself in the very beginning, and then as you're walking through, it's going to be facing, the property and not you. So hold on a second. I'm going to I don't know who's eating or something, but I think we need to.
I was going to say thank you.
I mean, I'm glad that you're eating, but let me mute everybody. Okay. I don't really care for the mute all button because then I feel like I'm talking to myself. So I just hope you guys can hear me. That's the part where it's like, okay. So I'm going to take you here really quick because I want to show you, and let me put this louder. Just kind of this one that.
Hi, everybody.
Happy
Wednesday, right? Or Tuesday.
Okay, let me get into inside. So
nice size lot here. This is what it looks like around. So you guys can see. If you have any questions, feel free to type away or message me. Okay, just so you guys can see. Hope you're all staying home and enjoying your day. So this here, like I mentioned, is a corner lot, 2-car garage, and it does have RV access here. Here we are, here we go. So you have an RV gate here. You can put car, RV, or trailer, or whatever your little heart desires. 2-car attached garage, and we'll go inside so you guys can see this. It's very quiet around here, very nice community. So this home was actually built in 1985. So again, you can see this is your view from your front door. Okay. And welcome home. Here we are. As you enter.
So just to kind of give you an idea, I'm not going to get all crazy into it, but just so you guys have an idea of what it is. So remember, when you do the option 1 in-person tour, you know, you're using your mobile phone. Again, this was my first one. So if you notice, it's a little unstable. So if you are going to be doing this, I do recommend that you invest in a handheld, like selfie stick kind of, but it's not just a $5 selfie that you can get anywhere. They're a little bit more expensive. There's one, I think it's called Gimbal, which actually has awesome reviews. I just ordered it and I should be getting it today, so I'm excited about it. But I did some research on it, and it's supposed to stabilize, so there's not going to, even though I'm moving, and even if I move, if I trip, you know, or something, it's supposed to be very, very stable. So we'll see how that works. But if that's something you're going to do, I recommend that you definitely, you know, invest in something like that. Now, the next option would be, again, another Facebook Live, but option 2 would be if you do it from your home or in your office. And this is typically done when, let's just say the home has tenants in it, or there's a reason why you can't, you know, do an open house or, you know, an open tour live. So, and this is also your second option. Now, when you do this option, it's recommended to do it from your laptop or, you know, your desktop, not from a mobile device. So when you do this, you're able to do, so when you log into Facebook Live, I'm not sure if you guys are just used to logging in from your mobile devices. If you are, as soon as you log in to Facebook and you go, you know, to, let's say your page, and then you want to go live, you hit live and you're live. Basically, you just can type something there really quick of what you're going to talk about, but you're live. It's that fast. When you do it from your desktop, it's a little bit different. So if you know you're going to do it from your desktop, then I recommend you schedule it sooner. So what you can do is it allows you to promote your live in advance. You can create the event, but you also schedule your live on your Facebook, because it also will make a post for you as well when you do it from your desktop. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to gather photos, videos, you know, whatever it is that you want to showcase about the property, the area. And then the other nice thing about it, which I'll show you really quick, is this is how it looks when you're going to schedule the Facebook Live. So you go into, the first thing is when you go to click to like to post something, like if you're going to post anything, and then you're going to click the 3 dots. And then after that, you're going to click live video. And so when you click live video, this is the screen that's going to come up, and it's going to tell you schedule. And then you're going to say, okay, schedule a live video. And then you're going to schedule it. You can go live now. You can schedule it for future. So you'll schedule the live video here. You'll put your date and time of whatever you're going to schedule. And then you want to insert like a picture of what it is that you're going to be, you know, talking about. So on this particular one, we put, you know, coming soon. We had a picture of the property, and then we put a play button, which doesn't really play. It's just a photo, but it kind of gives them the, you know, they know that it's going to be something that's going to be live. So that's the purpose of that. And then this is how it's going to show on your post. So live virtual open house, you know, price of the home, address, phone number, and live on Facebook, the date, time, click to get reminder, which they would click here. So that way they get reminded that, you know, you're going live. And then you definitely want to make sure that you're using Chrome or Firefox, because when you're streaming, the Safari and the regular, what is it? I don't even know what it's called on the desktop.
Internet Explorer.
Yeah, that. It doesn't, it won't stream. It'll tell you it can't. So you have to make sure you do have, you know, the updated software. And then when you're ready to go live, you just select go live now, and it gives you options. So just before you go live, you have the options to create polls and questions for your audience to answer when you do it this way. So there's a lot of benefits from doing it from your desktop. And this is all free. Okay, so Facebook Lives and stuff is free. You don't pay anything. So you're able to go to the polls and the questions, which is here, and you type them in. So like, let's just say, for instance, you're showing a different property, you could even write, would you like to see more of these? Or what was your favorite feature about the house? What didn't you like? Stuff like that. Are you in the market to buy? Or whatever the questions, polls, or whatever you want to do, it's nice because now people will engage with you while you're doing your live video. So that is how the live. And then the next option, which this is something that I found, I love this. And I don't know if any of you guys have seen our Good Morning show and some of my lives, but I use Streamyard. And Streamyard is basically a live feature for Facebook. So it helps you go live on Facebook. It is $25 a month, so it's not free like the regular Facebook. But the reason I like it is because you can actually have 6 different people on at a time from different locations. So not that you're always going to need that, but let's just say, I like to think extreme. That's who I am. So I'm thinking, let's just say we have 2 or 3 listings, or we want to talk about 2 or 3 listings, maybe in the same community. So I'm going to ask 2 or 3 different agents to, be live somewhere, and we all go live together talking about different properties. So that would be, one of the great advantages. There's a lot of different things, but you have to figure out what your need is and what the use of it would be for you. The other thing I love about this is when you're doing your live, you need to be focused. You need to have your stuff ready, your content. It's important to know what you're talking about. So I don't know about you, but sometimes I get distracted really easily. So you always want to make sure that, if you can have the assistance, you do. So on this, I was able to have my assistant backstage where she's not showing. She can see everything I'm doing and she has access to my screen. So what she's doing is she's monitoring all the comments, and she's playing all of the photos and all the videos for me. So in reality, it looks like I'm doing it all, but I'm not. All I'm doing is talking, and I'm talking about, and I'm focused on what the product is, and all the details and stuff like that, where she obviously make sure you have a game plan and you guys are on the same page, so that way what order you're going in and all that good stuff. So you want to definitely take the time to do that. But it's nice because it's being done, and you don't have to, like I said, worry about that part, because that makes it even that much more difficult. So I'm going to share with you really quick this one that I did over the weekend, which I also had really great feedback. That way you guys can see the difference and see what it is that you guys prefer, what makes most sense for you guys. So we'll go here. And that we just listed in Southridge area of Fontana. So I just wanted to give you guys some information about that. So here we go. I wanted to, the market is, to be honest with you, it's amazing right now. I've listed the property yesterday. We inputted in the MLS at like about 2 p.m. And within an hour, we already have 4 showings scheduled. And that just shows you how many people are looking to buy. Right now, buyers that are looking are highly qualified. They're highly motivated. Let me go for a little bit. Kind of wanted to give you, it's Southridge area of Fontana. It is north of the 10 freeway between Cherry and Sierra, and a little bit more to the east of Sierra, but those are like mainly where it's at. So again, just south of the 10 freeway and north of the 60, there's a little community called Southridge. So right now, there is a lot of homes in that area. And right now, there's only 9 homes available. So we'll keep going. And like I mentioned, that was all of South of its kind that is available right now. So if you're looking for a property in the price of, that's the average list price. And then the average sales, hold on. And I think because we're taking in 30, Redwood Court, Fontana, California, and again, that is Southridge area. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, It's 1,132 square feet house and listed again for 370. Now there is a bonus room in the house that could be used as a fourth bedroom, or a den or an office, or whatever it is that you feel the need for. But having that extra room sometimes is actually a plus, especially when you're in a starter home. When 3 bedrooms, you definitely need those to sleep. So having the extra sometimes is very, very helpful. And then just to let you know, the area in which you're located is you're located near a lot of different things. You're in a neighborhood, within 3 to 5 miles, you have pretty much everything you need. You have close to 28 parks and tablets or on whatever it is. So I wanted to give you guys some information about that. If you guys have any questions or anything in regards to the to the property, if you would like to schedule to see it, please do let me know. And also, I just wanted to tell you, just so you have an idea, if you were an FHA buyer, just putting 3.5% down. Okay, so you get the picture. I was trying to show you all the different ways, but okay, so let me go out of there. Okay, so just to show you guys that the difference is here, you have the comments get showcased. You have personalized banners. You have the tickler going at the bottom saying, the price or the address or whatever it is you want. You can put that on there. So I like that because it's a little bit more, enticing to the eye, more visual. And then it allows you to use your logo and you can change the branding on it. So those are some of the many features of why I truly like it. So, and then, like I said, one of the main things is because I get to have the help from my assistant in the back end. So the next thing is Instagram Live. Now, for those of you that aren't on Instagram, because I know some people, tend to be on Facebook and not Instagram, and some people are on both. Instagram Live is also a great place to be on. You obviously it's on your mobile device only or tablet, so you won't be doing it from your desktop or anything like that. But I actually really do like Instagram Live as well. You want to make sure that you have your photos as close to the beginning of your camera roll as possible, because when you go live, you're able to, like, there's options at the bottom of the screen that are going to allow you to click. You can add someone on, so you can actually go live with 2 people at a time, and you can add photos and share your screen of different things that you've placed. And I'll share with you some of the things that I've done. But like I said, the little trick is you want to maybe resend your photos via text message to yourself to resave them, because most of the time you don't want to be going through your camera roll while you're live. So you want to make sure that they're easily accessible when you're doing that. Also, another tip would be, we use Canva, we use Photify to get some great graphics, because when you display the graphics, people are visual, like I said, so they want to read. They don't want to just hear you. Sometimes seeing what you're talking about makes it a little bit more enticing. So adding some graphics or some content. And not only that, but when you actually create, let's just say you put it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home and blah, blah, blah. Well, you're looking at your screen. So it's kind of like your script. So you stay on task, and you know what it is that you're talking about. So, we can all get nervous during a live video and worry about what to say. So creating that graphic, like, and like I'll show you really quick, creating like something like this, showing the 3 bedrooms, 2 baths is helpful, because it helps you stay on task. And what happens, the reason why I created it to this side is because your face appears on this side. And again, that's something I learned with experience. I didn't know that initially, but once I was on live, I did one and it was all across and it was cut off because your face goes here. So you want to, keep it to the side as much as possible, so that way your face is not covering what it is that you're talking about. but these are just different examples of graphics that I use. So giving information about the live that we're going to do, again, put it on your story. This is also something we put on there, market updates that I do sometimes, which I do want to definitely get more and more consistent of it, because I think it's important, again, to be consistent. So step 3 would be to promote the Instagram live. You want you want to schedule the time that you're doing the live, put it in your calendar and start marketing. Tell people on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, your database, even Instagram. You want to make a graphic to share across all of the platforms. Tell people when and where to follow you, and wait for the Instagram stories, to highlight them. And you can do countdowns. There's a lot of different ways that you can promote. You could even do the what is that called? Like the boosting, if you want. You can boost them as well, so that way you get more people interested into that as well. Step 4 to the Instagram is just do the live. Get in there, try it out, and play with it. See what happens. Believe me, I have had a lot of glitches. There's times I'm like stuttering, or I'm forgetting things, or things, but you know what? You just go with it. You have fun and you practice and you learn. That's the main thing, is you're learning. So don't worry. Not everybody's going to remember that, they're going to move on. So just go for it. And then what you're going to do after that is one of the most important things is, once you hit end, when your video ends, and always stay smiling because it's still recording you. Don't say anything when you think you're done, because you're not done. And just hit end. The screen's going to pop up. And then this is very important. The first step in the upper left-hand corner, make sure that you save. There's a download button. You want to download it to your camera roll, so that way you're able to save it for future. You could put it in your story. You can put it in your, save it to Facebook or to any other platforms as well. So it's really not that hard. It's just, you just have to do it. So I think that's the most important thing, is knowing to do it. And also, I wanted to share with you guys that there's different things that you can use as well. You don't have to just use it. I mean, there's examples where you can do virtual tours, market updates, like I said, are really, really huge. And maybe just talking about maybe something that's taken place in the market, maybe a story. And speaking of stories, I want to share with you, I did do a testimonial on one of my clients too. I decided to interview her live, and she agreed to it, and that actually worked out very, very well. So I'm going to play that for you really quick.
You that I'm going to be calling you, Sonia. I'm going to be calling you. I think months, years went by, and I was like, but I didn't want to stop. I was like, I'm going to do it. And here I am, homeowner.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what advice would you give to anyone who wants to become a homeowner, but maybe they're afraid, or maybe they think it's just not a good time? I mean, how would you, you're a single mom, it's your income, you did it by yourself, like I said. So a lot of times people, let stuff get into their head and think, oh no, it's not possible for me. What type of advice would you give to those people who want to, but are afraid?
Okay.
Okay, so just to give you guys an idea, so just to show you everything that's possible. And let me tell you something. I got messages from women who were like, wow, she was able to do it as a single mom. So you don't realize who's watching, who you're affecting, who you're motivating. You don't know who your audience is. So the key point is, like I said, just do it. Don't be afraid. Find out what platform works the best for you, whether you like to do it just on Facebook, but learn that system and get familiar with it, and just go for it. Don't worry. Like I said, don't worry about, what if I mess up? What if this? What if that? It's okay. We're all human. We all make mistakes. Things happen, but just make sure that you just do it. Schedule. And I find the best thing to do is to schedule it ahead of time. Like, that's why I like doing the Streamyard, because it makes me go in there and I have to schedule it. So now there's a countdown, and it reminds me, like, your live's going to be on, in 3 days, or in 2 days, or in 3 hours, or it's go time. So if you do that, it makes you, accountable for having to do those lives. So again, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a general overview. If you guys want more, more information, if you want to see it actual step by step, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I wanted to kind of give you the roundabout, way of just to see the different varieties, so you guys can determine which option is best for you. And, if it makes sense for you to do, the tours in the properties, or if you rather do it from your desktop and then just kind of have the slideshow as well. To me, as long as you're doing it, you're doing it. Even though some people rather you be in the house, I think as long as you're live and you're doing it, you're reaching people. So just, take the time to do that. So I'm going to unmute everybody so that way, because I'm telling you, I feel like I'm talking to myself.
I have a question, Sonia.
Yes.
Sonia, so these are apps we have to get, like I have Instagram and I have Facebook, but I don't have Instagram Live. So it's just go in there and get the app to do the live, and you're recording, posting it live?
No, there's no app. So you go to Instagram and you just go live. So basically when you're on your Instagram,
Like you're just videoing and you're uploading your video, but isn't there such a short time limit on your regular Instagram to upload a video?
no, this is when you're going live, there's no time limit. You can talk. So you're gonna go to your story, and then at your story on the top, there's a plus right here. There's like a plus. So you click that, and then when you click that, at the bottom, it asks you, what do you want to do? Do you want live, normal, boomerang? So you're gonna scroll it at the bottom to tell it what you want to do. So if I want to go live, I just send it to live, and then once I send it to live, I click go live.
Okay, but so like I'm on my Instagram right now. I'm looking at it. So at the bottom, you have home, you have the search, plus if you're adding photos and yourself at the bottom, right?
Right, no, that's not where you go. You go to the top where your picture is. See where it says your story?
I don't see that. It just says,
But your picture has a little plus sign. You see that?
oh, okay, go to the plus sign.
Click on it.
Got it, right there.
Okay, now at the bottom of that screen is your options.
Oh, got it. All right, got it.
There you go.
Hey, Sonia, I have a question.
Yes.
Like in regards to Instagram, what about like creating a video and then just posting it on your story?
It's too short if you do it that way with just a video.
It cuts off.
That's you off. That's why I had that.
But on your timeline, you can, right? You can create a video and then, because then they can click on it and then it transfers over, right? And then it opens up.
Yes, but the thing is no, not really many people go there. It's like your website.
Okay.
It's harder to get people to click on that.
I'm
where
not
there's
live.
Whoa. And believe me, I'm telling you, for a long time I was the same way, but it's just like, you know what? I'm over that. I'm just gonna go for it. I want to get the message across. That's more what I'm focused on. So just try it.
Okay.
I have another question. So once you record, now I know where to go on my Instagram. You say I'm at a property and I record. It just automatically posts on your Instagram, that live, or you control it?
So when you select end, because you want to end it, so you're gonna hit, end. And when you hit end, a screen comes up. So at the top, it's going to give you the options, download, and then it's going to say share to story. So you're going to share it.
Okay. All right. Got it.
You want to download it, so you save it to your camera roll. That way, if you do, like Julie's saying, you want to put it as a post. And then now maybe you want to share it in Facebook. You want to share it in different platforms. It's on your camera roll, but you can share it your story as well, so that way it's shared to your story.
Okay, good. All right.
And it happens so fast, believe me, because the first few times I did it, I was like, I just wanted to get off, so I'm like, and then I'm like, dang it, I didn't save it, and so it comes really quick, so you got to get used to it.
You have to download it, save it, and then you can, it goes automatically to your story, or you could select to put it on your story.
I have another question. So like on Facebook, when you are doing it, do you boost it after just to see if you can get more?
You know what? I have not tried boosting it. I do actually want to try. I do
Okay.
actually want to try to do that because I've been doing some research on it and I
Mhm.
think it would definitely be good. So I am going to try that and see if it does make a difference.
But it does
And
give you that option too.
Yes, it gives
Okay.
you the option to do that too. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, no, I think if you don't want to do it by yourself, I like the Instagram thing, and I'll tell you, all the girls in the office will tell you, I'm like, who wants to do live with me? Who's doing live with me?
And everybody's like,
Everybody runs, you know. Do lives with them because it's, you know, we're half and half. We're splitting the screen, and I just think you bring so much more, you know, different, you know, energy and stuff, and I think it's neat. But you know, I'm warming them up. Right, Josie?
Yes, I'm almost there.
Yeah, I'm getting them used to the habit of being on as soon as they walk in the office. I'm not even lying. I'm like, let's do a live. Let's do a live. They're like, I have a call.
we scramble, but honestly, we've gotten used to it. You get used to it. You really do. At first, you're kind of like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? What am I supposed to do? Like, where do I put my hands? Like, you know, you don't know what to do, but as you do it more and more often, you do get used to it. So it comes a little bit easier to you.
Okay. It's just
Yeah.
about doing it. You just got to do it and just,
Yes.
yeah.
You just gotta do it, and that's why I like I said, I like doing the Facebook, doing the, you know, using the Streamyard, because I like that you can like have the banners and have all that where you don't have that on just the plain Facebook.
Okay.
So that's why, to me, it's a little bit more distracting. So people are focused on that and not necessarily on me. So
Okay.
that's kind of why I prefer that. And like I said, you can schedule ahead of time too. So there's a lot of just, you know, pluses. It just depends on what it is that you want to do. But
Okay.
but regardless, if you don't want to pay, then just do it what's free. But just, you know, but really use the tools. I was showing the agents that there's an agent. She's like, I don't even know from where, but I was telling him I couldn't remember her name for the life of me. I couldn't remember. I was like, it was killing me because I couldn't remember her name, but I remembered her, and that's the thing. And so I ended up finding her because she does crazy out of the box stuff. And so right now that we're home and stuff, she was doing dance parties, you know, on Wednesdays at 10 and then Fridays at 10. She has girl talk, and it's like, it's kind of inappropriate to be honest, but I'm like, oh my gosh, but that's her audience, you know, that's her audience, and people can't wait to see her dance, and she dances by herself. So
In weird outfits, and she doesn't care.
yeah,
She's out there dancing her little feet off.
An agent? Oh my God.
yeah, she's an agent from Canada, I think, huh? She's in Canada?
Yeah.
I think so. So, but it's just funny because you, like I said, you remember, you know, so whatever it is, you know, you remember. So like I said, just figure out what it is that you guys like, you know, what it is that, you know, what the content, just schedule it like you would an appointment. That, you know, that's what you have to do, you know, schedule it. Ideally, you know, being on live, you know, 5 times a week is still not enough, to be honest. It really is. Once you're there, people want to see you. They're looking for you. So you have to be. And
Hey,
for the agent,
Thank you, Sonia.
you're welcome.
Thank
Agent
you.
said,
Thank you. I feel
oh,
like a
oh.
dummy. I didn't know how to use my Instagram.
Thank you, Sonia.
You're welcome.
Quick question, Sonia. Do you have to have your camera a certain way when you're taking a video or live? Because I know you should be, when you're doing a video, the side.
Live only lets you do it this way.
Okay.
Live won't let you do it this way.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't have a choice. When you're
Okay.
doing the live, there's no choice. But they say when you're doing a regular video to post, to do it this way, but I don't care how you do it, just do it.
Yeah.
I have a question, Sonia.
Yeah.
So you said, I was going to ask you, and then you said it. You said it without me asking. How many times should we go live? Like a week? And so you said like at least 5 times, or a week, right? What happens? Do you know like what happens to, like, let's say we do live 3 times a week? How did people find us? Like, how do we get more viewers? Do you know anything about that?
Well, the more you're on there, the more people are gonna, want to look at you. And then, like I said, people are gonna talk. Oh, there's this person that talks about this, and there's this person here. You should, and then they share, your stuff. But if you're talking about, you can promote your lives as well. You can do that. You can, boost them, so that way, yeah, people know when you're coming on. But I mean, like I said, I think you should do it as much as possible. So you have to be obviously sharing it, getting people to share it as well. Getting your like, I have some clients that I always can count on them. I know they're going to share my stuff. So I always, tag them, or I'll send it to them. And then I like I said, I know they're going to share it. So, you're going to start seeing who's really paying attention, who's watching you. And then you can even ask them, do you mind sharing my, my videos, or, and they're going to see the the value in what you're doing if you're consistent. So, and like I said, just create a schedule. You don't have to talk about the same things. You can do a market update on Mondays, and then you can do, something else on Tuesdays, talk about different stuff. And like I said, highlight a property on a Tuesday, on Wednesday, maybe talk about a scenario that maybe something that you did, because people love stories and they love to hear, how you helped someone, or how someone just a win of some sort. And again, Thursdays, you can talk about something else, maybe highlight a business, or highlight, hey, we ate here, this place was great. It doesn't always have to be about, real estate per se. It's, it's just you, with positive information, even waking up and saying, good morning, I hope everybody has a beautiful day. It's like, some people need to hear that. They wake up in the morning and they're not having a great day. So it's like, wow, you know what? I feel better now. I'm going to do this, so you don't know who you're touching. You don't know who you're affecting. So just do it, and you'll be surprised how many people are going to reach out to you and say, hey, this or that. I get people who said, I've been following you for years. I actually have someone that I just met who, she's not even in our industry or anything. She's a district manager for a food chain. And she says, I've been following you for years, and now I finally had the guts to reach out and say hi to you. She told me that. She's like, so it's like, I want to meet you. And I'm like, oh, okay. So you just don't know who is watching. So just be authentic and showcase whatever, but just show up.
Okay.
Because your next client is waiting to work with you, but they want to see who you are. So.
Right. Okay. So is everybody ready to go live on Instagram?
Yep.
Because you're live right now on Instagram.
Yeah, you're right. We're live right now.
But we can, and the beauty about Instagram too is I can go live from where I'm at, and then Julie, I can add you. You just have to accept me, because when sometimes I'm live and I go to, if the girls not watching me, I go to add them, they decline me.
They're all nope.
Yeah.
Sometimes
like,
we're
really?
sitting down, like eating, and then I get the request, and I'm like, not right now, Sonia.
Yeah, because I'm random like that. Like, I'll be doing something and something comes to my mind. I'll start a video and I'm like, what? Let me see who I can get on here with me. Yeah, nobody. So I'm doing this alone.
I don't know her.
We'll get ready
I don't know
after
that
this,
crazy.
Sonia.
Yes. Practice. That's how we get comfortable with the camera.
True.
Yep, that's it. So we'll be going live later, Julie.
Okay.
Yes, you all can do it. You all can do it. You're all live now, and you all look fabulous. You look fabulous. You have beautiful smiles. Just bring that energy. Thank you so much, Sonia, for doing this.
Yeah, thank you, Sonia. Very informative.
You want to tell them what your class is about next week, just so they know what you're going to be teaching?
Can you refresh my memory?
Yeah, so we're talking about doing virtual houses via Facebook and Instagram. So that was today. But next week, I'd like to do a little bit more. We were talking about you doing what, like you did on Saturday, how you actually did like a short little presentation on the property / virtual open house /
market update.
Yeah, so she did
Is that one in Southridge?
Yes.
I liked that one a
So
lot.
did I. I was like,
Yeah, I
oh,
was like,
girl.
that was a good one.
Yeah, she did a 3-in-1, and I was like, now that is some good marketing, because she did 3-in-1 and she knocked them all out, right? So
Yeah.
so I would love to teach you, if you guys teach us that, because it's really good way to promote yourself as a realtor when you have properties to list.
Well, and just even going live just to give a market update of wherever territory that you want to, you want something out of.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good job, Sonia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. We'll do it.
Okay.
So
All
there you
right,
have it.
guys. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Have a
Bye,
good
everyone.
day. And go back and watch this live video.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Sonia,
guys.
Sonia, do you
Okay,
have a
bye.
second? Do you want to say a few words, Sonia?
Well, thank you guys for attending. I hope you guys learned something, and I'll know that you guys appreciated this when I see you live.
Yeah, that's awesome. Come on, Kathy, let's go live. All right, guys, have a fabulous day. Thank you so much, Sonia, again. Have a good one, guys. Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Bye, thank you.
Jessica, I need your help. I'm frozen. Yes, I'm frozen. Oh, you know what, hon? I think you're on my mouse, huh? Are you on my mouse?